Hey, what's up, folks? This is Keith, and you're watching Barbour's Auto Help. Hey, I got my 05 Honda Odyssey touring here again today, and it's got an AC problem. What's going on with it is the driver's side from here over, I can't control the temperature setting on it. The passenger side from there over, it's fine. Let me show you here. I can turn this all the way down, and we're still blowing hot air out. Cold air, hot air. And what I've got going on here, guys, is the blend door actuator for the driver's side. The contacts inside there are boogered up just a little bit to where the motor really doesn't know where it's at on that little swing that it has to open and close that blend door. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to replace that blend door actuator. I'm not actually replacing the blend door actuator. I'm going to try to attempt to open it up and correct this problem without having to replace it, because this blend door actuator is actually pretty expensive, about 150 bucks over the internet there. So I believe it's even more at the dealership. Don't quote me on that, but I'm going to go in there and attempt to rectify this without having to spend too much money. You're not going to see that in this video. I'll have another video down in the description there. There'll be a link to it. You're welcome to watch that video too if you want. This video is just taking it off and putting a new one back on. So let's go ahead and get into it. So here's the steering wheel. We're going to go down here up underneath the steering wheel there, and you can see right here you got this little piece, this little air outlet that you'll have to remove before you can get to it. But right behind that over here, that's your blend door actuator, and it is stuck in the full hot mode right now, no matter what the temperature setting is that I set it on up top there. Also, sometimes what'll happen is this thing it'll kind of fidget a little bit and kind of make like it almost sounds like a rat is back here. It actually sounds like it's coming from up top there, but it's actually from right here. So it does that too, but that's where it's at. We're gonna go ahead and take this out of the way and uncover that a little bit more for you. Alrighty, let's go ahead and take our 7mm socket and a ratchet. I'm going to take these out. There's also, you can use a Phillips head screwdriver on this too. Right, there's another one right back here. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm doing my best to make it visible for you guys. It's very, very tight quarters here. Alrighty, there's that one. Set that to the side, don't lose it. And this hose here just pops right up, pressing up on it. Just put it out of the way there. Okay, and there's also one more screw right up top here. It's going to be a booger bear to get to. Try to turn the light up a little bit for you there. I hope that makes it better. Like I said, this is very tight quarters, guys. I'm doing my best to make this visual for you as possible. Let's grab that screw. Alright. Let's pull this out of the way here. Attempt to. There we go. Now our blend door actuator is actually all the way exposed. Not explode. Exposed. Alright, let's go ahead and try to disconnect it electrically. And on the reverse side here, there's a little release tang. I'm pushing in on it as I pull down. This is that release tang right there. You got to push it in order to get it off. And then you got these 7mm bolts that hold it in. We're going to have to take those out. Not really bolts, they're screws, excuse me. You know what I mean. Let's get that one up top there. Got one more up there, and the last one's right over here. Alright, once the bolts are out, or the screws are out, you just pull the blend door actuator straight out, like that. Alright, now you're looking straight up at it right now where the blend door actuator was. Now all this stuff is going to flop around once you pull the blend door actuator out. Don't be afraid of that. It's fine. The blend door actuator will actually only go in one way, and it doesn't matter what position the blend door actuator is in. You can adjust these to whatever position those little knobs are in on the blend door actuator. You don't have to adjust the actual actuator before putting it on here so that it lines up. Just move these around. Now there's 2 pegs on that blend door actuator, and this is a side view of it. You got your short peg down there, and then you got your long peg right here. The short peg goes into the white slide, and the longer peg goes into the black slide. Now there's 3 bolt holes that have to line up when you put this thing on, and once you get all that lined up, as you're putting it on with your left hand, this is my right hand, but as you're putting it on with your left hand, and you kind of got it lined up with these bolt holes here, or screw holes, excuse me, you can adjust these to match up with the pegs on the back of the blend door actuator, and then just cinch it up there, and of course bolt it back down. But the reverse procedure is just that, reverse procedure. Keep in mind you're screwing into plastic right here, so don't tighten it up like Incredible Hulk tight, you know. Just kind of snug it down. It doesn't have to be real tight. When you put your electrical connector back in, just make sure it clicks when it goes in. Be sure this hose is put back in place on that air outlet. Get your air outlet but put back up there too. But relatively simple, guys. If you have any questions, please comment down below. Also, please read the entire description of this video before you attempt this. More very important information will be in there. And like and subscribe, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. I sincerely hope this helped somebody. If it has, let me know. That really encourages me to keep doing these videos when I help people. Thank you, guys.